Attention. Leaving dark zone.
Don't waste my time.
Alright, so now that we're back, let's talk about those abilities. You have now unlocked mods for 1 year skills. Mods expand and enhance your skills with new features. Cool. I already know that. So let's start off with the pulse. The base of pulse, send out a recon pulse that marks hostiles and allies through walls and cover. So that's pretty nice. I'm pretty sure when you use it, yeah, it gives you critical hit chance increase by 10% as a base, but my total is 12% because of my skill power. The higher your skill power, the better your skills perform. And that was one example. As you can see the difference that it makes it a low level right now, which is the critical hit chance goes up by 2.50% and the hit damage goes up by, wow, like around 6%. Anyway, let's take a look at pulse. So we already know what regular one does. Recon pack. The pulse has an increased range and is capable of locating nearby loot containers. So that's pretty nice when you're rolling around in the dark zone and you're trying to look for those chests, because I did find a couple that are level 8 and level 9 required. Not all of them require rank 10 in those infected areas that tend to be the most common. So Scrambler, the pulse protects the user and allies from hostile pulse scans. If you're running in a party of 4, I feel like one of you guys should be carrying this. It's super useful, and if you can't get scanned, then I'm pretty sure they don't get the buff from this next one, and they don't get the critical advance on you, I think, or they get the critical hit chance and damage just from using it. I'm not too sure about that. Sorry, I'm a little sick too, so if I sound a little congested, that's where it's coming from. Tactical scanner. Damage is increased when attacking any hostile targets identified by the pulse scan. So I'm pretty sure that one in specific gives you increased damage from exactly what it says to anyone who's scanned. Hence why, if you're rocking Scrambler, most people are probably going to rock Tactical Scanner to get the increased damage. So if they can't, it totally cancels theirs out and still gives you a scanner nonetheless. So anyway, increased damage against hostiles, and let's see if it tells us cooldown, critical hit, type, range. Yeah, it doesn't show me exactly how much, but that's pretty cool. Now, let's look at the sticky bomb base. Sticky bomb. Fire a bomb that sticks to most surfaces and explodes when detonated remotely. That's pretty cool. BFB. Increase the big fucking bomb. Increase the damage and radius of the explosion and may cause targets to bleed. So, I think bleed is a form of damage overtime in this game. I don't know, this is the only time I've seen it come up. I haven't really looked into the guns much yet, but explosive damage, radius, yeah, it increases all that and adds to the damage over time, which is pretty cool. Flashbang. So I don't know if this like lowers the cooldown or something. The bomb explodes with a non-lethal effect that blinds and disrupts all targets in range. So that I haven't used it yet, but I'm hoping that's strong to make up for the fact that the big fucking bomb does add a lot of damage to it, and if you wombo it with a grenade like I did in my other video, when people are putting their loot on the rope and you have 3 people piled on a frag grenade and a sticky bomb, it goes pretty damn ham. So this better be pretty fucking strong to make up for that fact. Proximity fuse. This bomb explodes automatically when a hostile target is within range. Now, if it goes on cooldown when you launch it, that's really strong. If it doesn't start its cooldown until it's set off, I don't like that idea. Actually, I think we can. Let's test that really fast. I gotta test it. Otherwise, I need to know if it's good. So it's my right bumper. So we'll just watch.
Contaminated material must remain in the dark zone.
Alright, so
Caution. Area ahead is not patrolled
is it?
by law enforcement officials. Turn around now. The safety of
Is that what the white bar
trespassers
is?
cannot be guaranteed.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. That's pretty sick. All right, so that's pretty strong. And, oh, what's up? Someone's watching. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, so Sticky Bomb for PvE situations. That's probably the only time I will use it, because I don't want to try and track where somebody's going to be running. But it did have a very wide explosion range at the bottom. So I guess it might be good in PvP. It might not. But anyway, on to the next one. Thanks to whoever's viewing this right now. I'm actually just going over all the skills in the division, because I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube anyway. And I wanted to save myself some of the time of, you know... Snap, there we go. Next is the ballistic shield. Ballistic shield, equip a portable ballistic shield that absorbs damage. The user can only use their sidearm while the shield is active. That's actually probably my favorite skill I've used so far in this game. It actually absorbs a lot just for a base, which is pretty cool. Reactive targeting, equip a stronger and lighter shield that pulses hostiles who shoot at it. Stronger, I assume, means absorb more. Lighter, meaning you can strafe faster while wielding it. And pulsing targets who shoot at it, that's pretty cool. Health, damage increase, damage resistance. I would like it if if it added threat to your pistol while you had the shield out, so then I can really take on the role as the tank. Yeah, so that would make it a lot better in my opinion, but that's just something they could add later. Assault shield, equip a shield that grants the user sidearm increased damage, knockback, increased accuracy, and faster reloading. So if you have a strong pistol, that thing will definitely just boost it all around, which sounds totally badass. Love the idea. Kinetic breaker grants the user a small portion of incoming damage as healing. Now, I figured if you paired that with the heal, that'd be extremely strong, because whenever you're low health, you'll pop out of cover, pop your shield, and absorb a little bit of healing from that if you can face all your opponents, and then heal yourself up when you're behind cover between those two. So Master's self-healing armor. After a short time without taking any damage, the shield slowly repairs itself to full health. So slowly repairs itself. I actually don't know if that's as useful. I mean, if you're going through a long instance, short time without taking any damage. So that's without taking any damage. I don't think the master skill is as good as it could be, especially if it's just the base shield with a recharge after use, because normally in each instance it breaks anyway, so I have really no use for it to repair itself. Actually, I forgot to check the master for... See, the bomb produces less light and sound, making it harder for hostiles to detect. I don't know if that has anything to do with PvE, if the mobs won't react to it if you stick them with it or something. That'd be pretty cool. Then you and your team could set up really well with that. But if not, PvP, I don't really think it matters, because if you peg someone with a sticky bomb and then set it off right away, if it's silent or not, it shouldn't make any difference. Let's look at the master for pulse. The pulse gives an early warning of nearby hostiles and identifies if the user has been scanned by hostile pulses. So then another master that I don't see being good, because an earlier warning, okay, you get to see them a little bit earlier, but I don't think that extra second matters. But I haven't fought any of the high-end mobs yet, so nothing's really one-shot me yet. Okay, I'm gonna back away from this bitch so she stops talking to me. And so yeah, scanned by hostile pulses. I'd still rather just rock Scrambler and not get scanned at all. Very simple way to deal with that. Alright, next is first aid. Probably my favorite skill in this game. Heals all allies within a small radius. The device can be used on location or launched to a distant target. That's really cool. This is probably my favorite modification too, because my friends go down very frequently. The device can revive down allies and grant them a portion of their normal health. So Yeah, pick him up from a distance and give him a heal? What the fuck? Isn't that overpowered? If you're running a group of 4, at least one person should be carrying that. PvE and PvP. Overdose. The device heals targets more efficiently and may even extend the target's health beyond its normal rating. You really can't go wrong with a bigger heal. You just really can't. Booster shot. Temporarily increases damage for the affected targets in addition to the normal healing effect. So that booster shot to increase damage, you pop that with tactical standard, which increases the damage to all hostile targets that are hit by the pulse scan. You and your allies or whoever just got healed, well, since heal hits multiple allies, if you all pile up, take the booster shot, and then you hit NPCs with that scan, that's 2 damage boosters. That's fucking nuts. Alright, and Master, Extended Service. Extends the duration of the effect, giving allies more time to approach the device. Now, I'm really thinking these Master quote-unquote abilities are a little lackluster, because, yeah, I don't see the reason to leave it down. If you have good communication, you can just tell your allies to hold still, pop them, and it only takes a second. I don't know why you would need to like leave it on the ground for them to run through it. Getting some strawberry milk. Anyway, but yet again, we haven't played any of the high level content, so I don't know how overpowered they're going to be. Maybe you don't get that second later down the line, but I ain't worried about it right now. Alright, turret. This is pretty cool. A lot of my friends like using it, but its damage is kind of piss poor in my opinion, especially for the base. Deploys a stationary turret that attacks nearby hostiles until it is destroyed or the battery runs out. Typical turret. And active sensor makes a turret damage and pulses attacked targets. This makes them visible to all allies. I think it'd be cool if that pulse worked with identified by the pulse scan. Yeah, pulse scan. Whoa. And from hostile pulse scans. So since that protects from hostile pulse scans and this pretty much pulse scans them, maybe it should prevent the active sensor from working too, thus making that ability more powerful. But yeah, that's pretty cool, making them visible to all allies. Dragon breath, that's pretty cool. The turret has reduced range, but shoots a column of flame. So your guy puts his gun down if you get like heavily attacked by fire damage, and starts patting off the fire so they can't shoot while they're on fire too. So that's really I like how we need water for purification to unlock a flame mod, but whatever. Oh no, it's for all of them. Just kidding. So fire one's pretty cool for tight corridors and stuff like that, and especially if you can like toss it underneath somebody. That's awesome, because you can throw the turret, and if they're not paying attention, that's going to suck for them. Turret shoots electrical darts that damage and shock multiple targets. If they're all piling up behind like the same cover or generally around the same cover, that's when this would start to shine. But Scorched Earth, the turret explodes when manually disabled, damaging all nearby targets. So I thought this was kind of crap, but if you use that with the sticky bomb or the rolling bomb, if you can combine them and a frag grenade, that's three grenades. So when you manually disable it, meaning once you toss it and it lands and pops open, you can just set it off again and press the button and have it as an extra grenade if you want to. That's 3 grenades, like, per person, which is insane. I feel like that's insane AoE focus damage, and that could have very wombo combo effects. And right when it's about to die, if you threw it to enemies and they're shooting at it, you can still manually disable it at the last second of health it has and still get the grenade effect of it, even if it hits them just a little bit. So that master, compared to the rest of them, is the best so far that I've seen. Alright, now this is where we start to think about what the ability does and what its abilities could be. So smart cover. I would assume you put a blockade on the ground, like some of those bent angled ones that you see at like if you're in the dark zone, you'll see something bent at a 90-degree angle that looks like it was deployed there. It's not natural, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. It's kind of black and metallic and it's curved. But anyway, smart cover, I think it might be one of those curved blocks. For its first thing, I think it might make it taller and wider. Wider would make sense, so it gives you more cover for you and your allies, and I figure it would only have a certain amount of health. I wonder what makes it smart cover, because we have mobile cover, which would make it move, but I don't know what smart cover does. Maybe anyone who shoots it can get pulsed as well, or... Also, about it being taller, it keeps people from lobbing grenades over it effectively. Like, if it's tall enough, they can't throw a grenade right up on over it, but they tend to make all the covers so you can climb over it, or on top of it, if need be. Another thing, I think, more health, or... What's up, man? Sorry about that, I had to look at a message. Oh, that's a good point. Just let them know that there's not enough dinner for everybody if they all want to come in. Still not available in beta. So I think a cool master for this one would be I don't know. This is a really hard one to think about. So I'm actually going to be surprised depending on whatever they do. But yeah, I think just making it bigger would be a cool ability. Pulsing anyone that hits it. Something basic that I've seen. And the other one, give it more health. If you hide against it, it like makes a protective wall against scans. That'd be cool. Like, you can't be scanned if you're using it as cover kind of thing. Oh, that'd be sick. Alright. So, support station. I think this would, like, drop a little health pack distributor or something that teammates can run up and either restock on health things, or they click it and it'll instantly heal them, and it'll have like 3 or 4 charges, so it'd make it really good to keep running back to as a single player, or one for each in a 4-man group. Something I think they could do, like increase damage resistance, give them more than normal health, increase flat damage itself or critical strike chance when you use a pack. And for a master ability, I think it would be cool if they did like a smaller form of, like, instead of giving 10% damage resistance like the initial skill would be, it only gives 5% damage resistance, and then it gives 5% increased bonus health and 5% damage. So it's not as potent as the specific ones, but it gives you more average across the board kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Seeker Mind, yeah, find somebody. So I think it'd be cool for a Seeker Mine. Obviously, I think the first point would be making it go faster, because I remember seeing some footage of it moving pretty damn slow, and I think you could shoot it. If you can shoot that mine and make it explode, then it's kind of useless. So if you made it move faster, used a smarter locating thing, or it dodged, bobbed, and weave, it's like juking out the bullets, but that started getting overpowered. So I think making it get to its destination faster and have a bigger explosion should be one. Having it explode and be another form of the sticky bomb, where it's a flashbang that always rolls on in where it needs to and explodes. That'd be cool. And another one would be a Seeker Mine that creates like shrapnel on the ground, like cattle prods, making their movement slower on the area. So if I send it to an area and it explodes, it relieves shrapnel metal on the floor, which slows enemy movement when they're going through this. So I kind of took the idea from the barbed wire in Rainbow Six Siege, which I think would be really cool, because a lot of the times in the dark zone, people can just sprint and run away. So if you can cut them off in those long strips ahead of time, the Seeker rolls past them and creates a thing that I think make it wide enough from the jump over, but they can't jump off it if they're on top of it. But if they barrel roll over it right away, or they take damage if they land on it, I think that'd be pretty cool. Master ability, I have no idea what they could do for a master ability kind of thing for this. I think multiple would be cool. You send out 2 Seeker Mines at once, like that are just base, so they don't do that much damage and they're pretty slow. But the extra mine would be pretty cool. I don't know how you would be able to send them. Or they each go to the same place but take different routes. That'd be sick. Next is one I'm looking forward to, is the mobile cover. Now, if you look closely, you can see in the picture that it looks like it's multiple plates. So when I see mobile cover, I assume if you press up while you're leaned against it, you can start actually pushing it and moving it around. So that's cool for clearing open gaps or something like that, and I assume it has its own health. So, abilities, well, traits it could have. Make it lighter and stronger, just like the shield. You can move faster while pushing it around kind of thing, and it has more armor. The next one I think it could have is increased plate radius. As you can see, it looks like at the bottom where the wheels would be or where it's hovering, you can get shot at your feet. And maybe the cover's not tall enough to protect the top of your head, so it could just add one layer of plates around the whole base of the square kind of thing, just making it wider with the same health, so it's a more effective cover. I don't know what the third ability would be, but I think for a master ability or the third ability is you can blind fire, because since they look like individual plates, it can take out the middle plate on either the left or the right side, so you still are covered, but you can't aim down sight, but you can still get that random blind fire shot, like putting your weapon through the hole and firing it. That would be sick. It wouldn't be overpowered because you can't aim in and get accurate shots, but you can still attack from cover. That's a lot safer. So you're giving up a mod and a skill slot for that. I think that'd be insane. Now, this last row totally caught me. Off guard. I have no idea what these are. Survivor link, tactical link, recovery link. I feel like it's something that requires you and a team to work together on. Like Survivor link, if you all activate it or something, you're all nearby, increases damage mitigation or something like that. But it has to be something really strong. I mean, it's the last thing in all the slots, so you would assume it would have to be good. And at the very bottom, oh no, never mind. I forget about that. So recovery link, if you and your teammates are all nearby, you'll start healing each other, kind of thing, just being near. Or tactical link, I have no idea. It'd be cool if I could put tactical link in my left button and give it an enhancement of whatever my right button is. So if I have a turret, I can add like certain combinations. I can make it have the master and the flamethrower modification. So if they each boosted up and gave an extra ability to whatever other one you were using, I think that'd be pretty cool. If I threw a flame turret back by my enemies that was blowing up with columns of fire, and then it exploded like a grenade after, that'd be insane. And yeah, if my cover was lighter, had more armor, and I still could push it around, I could actually glide around some open spots in the middle of the street and like get close enough to gunfire people down to make up for the fact I can't aim in. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be bringing you a lot more content when the full game comes out. I'm going to be doing a full Let's Play. I'm going to be playing with my friends a lot, so you're going to see a lot of that too. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like it, share it, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing. If you don't worry about it. All right.